Welcome. This lesson is over rates and unit rates. So let's look at our number routine. How do you know? I see 6 pens and 3 pencils. How do you know that there are 2 times as many pens as pencils? Well, let's see. I see there are 6 pens and there are 3 pencils. Well, if I multiply 3 pencils by 2, it's 6 pens. So it is twice as many pens as pencils, or 2 times as many pens as pencil. Another way I could do it is if I simplify 6 and 3 by 3, I get 2, 1. There's a 2 to 1 ratio of pens to pencil. So there are twice as many pens as pencils. So imagine you're in the market for a new car. You see a Fiat for 500 that can do 272 miles with 8 gallons of gas. But there's a Honda CR-Z that can do 185 miles with 5 gallons of gas. Paul is in the market for a new car. He wants to buy a car that has great gas mileage. Which car should he buy and why? Dun, 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 dun. So you are going to now research as to which car has the better gas mileage. Many ways you can do it. So how can we organize the data? Some kids will divide it to break it down to see how many miles for every gallon or per gallon. Would you like to do that? While others may want to make a table. How would you like to organize it? So let's break it down. So it's 272 miles for 8 gallons of gas. How many 8s go into 2? 0 times. How many 8s go into 27? 3 times. 3, bring down the 2. Whoops. How many 8s go into a group of 32? 4 groups. So if we break it down, every gallon of gas, you can go 34 miles. But with a Honda CR-Z, how many 5s go in 18? 3 times. How many 5s go in 35? 7 times. Every mile with a CR-Z, you can go 37 miles. So which one has better gas mileage? It seems like the Honda CR-Z can go 37 miles for every gallon of gas. So I would like to do a comparison for 5 gallon. To turn 1 gallon to 2 gallon, I need to double it. 34 double it is 68. To turn 1 gallon to 3 gallon, I need to triple 34. 34 plus 34 plus 34, or triple it would be 102. To turn 1 gallon to 4 gallon, I need to multiply by 4. And I do not know what 34 times 4 is. 16 carried a 1, 136. And then do 1 gallon to 5 gallon, I need to multiply it by 5. So 34 times 5, 20 carried a 2, 170. As you can tell, a Honda CR-Z can do 185 miles in 5 gallons, while a Fiat can only do 170 miles in 5 gallons. So Honda has better gas mileage. So let's go back here. So what you just did is you found the unit rate. Unit rate is finding for every unit. So for this one, it'd be for every gallon. So it can do 34 miles for every gallon. So the denominator is 1. When the denominator is 1, you're finding for every actual unit. That's what unit rate is. So let's look at watch this video. So this is a movie with Matt Damon. I believe it's called Martian. So he is trapped in the planet Mars. He's trying to get back to Earth. So he's trying to orbit himself into the space shuttle. So as you can see, the chief astronaut, her name is Astronaut Lewis. She's talking about their relative velocity of 12 meters per second. This is called unit rate. The Max shuttle was going 60 meters in 5 seconds. Is this equivalent to 12 meters per second? That means 12 meters for every second. Are they equivalent? So 12 meters, let me write this down, for every 1 second. The Max shuttle was going 60 meters in 5 seconds. Are they equivalent? How can you prove to me they are equivalent? Several ways to do it. Can you find the relationship between 12 to 60? What is the relationship? Times 5. Times 5. I see it has an equivalent relationship. Or another way to do it is, what if you like to uh, build the table up? From 1 second to 2 seconds, I times 2, that'd be 24 meters. From 1 second to 3 seconds, I triple it, that'll be 36 meters. From 1 second to 4 seconds, I times 4, that'll be 48 meters. And so, yes, it is equivalent. So, because they are equivalent, they're going at equivalent velocity or speed, they will be able to meet up each other. Because if one was going faster than the other, then they would not be able to because they would miss the target. So a rate is comparing two different quantities with different units. For example, in here, we are comparing meters with seconds, miles with gallon, miles per gallons, miles per hour. A unit rate is a rate that is written as a fraction, so that has a denominator of 1. So we found it right here. Here's a unit rate. They were in here, they were able to travel 12 meters every second. And here in the car, they were able to travel 34 miles for every gallon for the Fiat. Unit price is the same thing as unit rate. It's just dealing with money. So you're finding the price for every 1 unit. Like for example, if you're at the grocery store and you see a bunch of banana and it costs $2 for 4 banana, and you want to find the unit price or unit cost, that means you want to find how much it costs for each banana. So it's 50 cents for each banana. So 50 cents per banana. Per means for each, for every one of them. So at HEB, 5 packages of baked goldfish cost $4. So each student will be getting a baggie of goldfish. So 5 packages of baked goldfish cost $4. What is the cost per package? What is the cost for each package, for every one package? So I see, let's see, would it be $1 for each one? No. So let's make a prediction. Would it be less than $1 or more than $1? It'd probably be less than $1 for each goldfish package. So how can I find the cost? Well, let's think about it. It cost $4 for 5 packages. I need to find the cost per package for each package. That's for one package. How can I find a cost for from 5 packages to one package? You're going to have to break it down. There's 2 ways you can do it. You can divide by 5, or you can multiply by the scale factor of 1/5. Because isn't dividing by 5 the same thing as doing the reciprocal times 1/5? If you don't get it, let's remember. If someone says, I divide something by 2, or something by say I did half of it, is that the same thing? It is. Because what's the reciprocal? when you're dividing by 2, you're multiplying by its reciprocal. So times 1/5. So it's 4 groups, or 4 times 1/5. That would be 4/5. Do you know what is the decimal equivalency of 4/5? Because if you go to the grocery store, they're not going to say, oh, that package costs 4/5. What would I call B? So how many 5s go into 10 times 2? How many 4? 8/10, or 80 cents. If you do not like multiplying by the scale factor of 1/5, you could divide by 5. What is 4 divided by 5? Can 5 go in 4? 0 times. Annex a decimal 0. Can 5 go in 48 times? That's where you get the 80 cents for every one package. At Kroger, 6 packages of baked goldfish cost $5.10. What is the cost per package there? So we know the cost is $5.10 for 6 packages. I want to find a cost for one package. So how I'm going to break it down from 6 packages to one package? Divide by 6. Or the scale factor of times 1/6. So 5/10 times 1/6 is 5/10 divided by 6. How many 6's go into 5? 0 times. How many 6's go in 51? 8 times. 51 minus 48 is 3. Bring down to 0. How many 6's go in 30? 5 times. So each package will cost 85 cents at Kroger. Which store had a better buy and why? So at Kroger's, one package cost 85 cents. At H-E-B, one package was 80 cents. So which one has the better buy? Well, of course, H-E-B. They are 5 cents cheaper for every package. Imagine if you bought 2 packages. Here it would cost $1.60 at H-E-B, but here it costs $1.70. So you save 5 cents per package for each package by buying good at H-E-B. So here's our last thing. Can you work it out on your own on some independent problem? There's a package of 6 cracker. It contains 246 calories. How many calories are in one cracker? Draw a bar diagram to represent 246 calories. Divide the bar diagram into 6 equal sections. So here are 246 calories. That's for 6 crackers. So each one of these represents one cracker. I would like to find out how many calories are in each per cracker. Each cracker. So calories and crackers. So we know that there are 246 for 6 calories for 6 crackers. How many calories are in per cracker? So times 1/6. Can you break it down from 6 to 1? Divide by 6 or multiply by 1/6. So what is 246 times 1/6? It's 246 6. And how many 6's go into 246? It goes in 4 times. Can 6 go in 6? 1 time. So there are 41 calories for every cracker. And our last question. Craig swam 18 laps in 30 minutes. He swam at constant speed. How many laps did Craig swim per minute? So this is about laps and minute. He did 18 laps in 30 minutes. We want to find out how many laps did he swim per minute, each minute, for every 1 minute. What is the scale factor from 30 minutes to 1 minute? Divide by 30. I agree with you. Or times 1/30th, because dividing by 30 is like the same as saying multiply by its reciprocal. So 18 times 1/30 is 18/30th. And what is 18 divided by 30? Can 30 go in 18? I don't think so. We need to annex a decimal 0. Can 30 go in 180? 6 times. So he does 6/10 laps every minute. And that's it. So what we just learned today is how to break things down. We compare 2 units, rate. And sometimes we want to find the unit rate or unit cost, the cost for one item per unit, or finding the unit rate. Like for here, we want to find how much is for every 1 minute. And that is very important, especially when you're comparison buying at a grocery store. You want to find out which item is cheaper for every ounce, for every package. Like if you go to like a vacation, you want to know which vacation is cheaper per person for each person. And that is rate and unit rate, part one.